Hello boys and girls, my name is Nikki. I'm here to bring you some information about our favorite game, Heroes of the Storm. What has been happening recently? What has been happening not so recently? Should you be starting to playing the game as well? And potentially towards the end, maybe I can give you some baseline. What should you do if you're a new player and start progressing? So first things first, biggest news that we got here recently, Microsoft has done a small introduction for people for Heroes of the Storm by adding the game to the Xbox Gamepass. Now, what does that mean? I don't I don't know 100% what it means because I've never had a Game Pass or Xbox, but from the information I'll tell you real quick here is that if you have a... I'm gonna read you what you get first, which is if you link your Battle.net account to the Heroes of the Storm PC, you will be able to unlock 30 heroes from the game. Now we're gonna get back to what that might exactly mean later, but how you're gonna have to do that is step 1, become a Game Pass member. You need to join something that is called the Game Pass Ultimate or the PC Game Pass on Microsoft Xbox. Second step, link your Xbox profile to that participating game in the game's website. I think there was something right here actually on the top. Link your Battle.net account right here. That should be an easy peasy click. And the final step is you just enter into the game and you claim the benefits of this reward, which are the 30 heroes. Now, one thing to keep in mind about these 33 heroes is that they could potentially overlap with something else that people get that usually aim for when they start playing HOTS and want to unlock something, which is called, if we go into the collection tab in hero bundles, there is a bundle that you can get. Usually you pay for it with this currency called gems, but you can also accumulate it over time by a small amount by progressing your game characters and playing the game, which happens here. Is a what are gonna be a what are menus here. Let's go into the progression tab here. So you get, every time you level a hero, all of your heroes start from level 1. Every time you level a hero, you start accumulating an account level. As you can see, I think my total account level is 2,500. You can see it here as well. So every 5 heroes, you would get a rare chest. In this chest, you get like some random cosmetic rewards. Sometimes you might get a hero that you can get for free. It's very rare. Every 25 levels, you would get an epic chest, which is pretty much like the normal chest, but it guarantees you an epic level of a reward, which could also be a cosmetic, could be potentially an epic hero level. Whatever the case, what you should be aiming for is this final reward, is the most important one in my opinion, is the 150 gems you get every 25 hero levels. Now, what does hero level look like? This is your hero level profile right here. Yeah, you start your heroes from level 1, as you can see. I still have a level 1 hero despite I've played so long, like Cho. You need to generate the number might look big, but you also get a good amount of experience in the game. And every 5 levels initially, you're actually gonna get what is it? Yeah, every 5 levels, I think it was, you get a 500 gold, which is your main currency to unlock things with, and you get a chest as well, which you already saw. From is a lot of tabs, I know. You saw from the progression tab here, but it's also visually represented here on the bottom. You can see, oh, I'm expecting to get this reward once I hit this level. Sometimes it will show the gems as well. You also get daily quests, which gives you a small amount of gold by doing some certain things like play a hero from a different universe, or just win a couple of games. As a casual player, you probably want to start playing Quick Match. Is the general mode. And potentially if you get excited to the game, you want to start working towards your way towards ranked. Now, what do you need to play ranked? If you want to play ranked, you need to have 16 heroes on level 5. You need to level them up to level 5. And potentially you want to own those heroes, like bought them through the shop tab, heroes tab shop. Let's say for an example here, this is some of these classical heroes that you can get for a cheap amount of gold. Like let's say Lily is a 2000 gold. Very easy to unlock. Yeah, what's up, Lily? But there are some other more recent additions to the hero, to the roster. Like Deathwing, for example. That's the most expensive hero, 15,000 gold.
I am the bane of life.
Yeah. So there's a price ascending cost. I would advise you to start by just unlocking the cheapest heroes and the heroes that you personally vibe and enjoy and have fun with, that fit your playstyle. But you should definitely unlock all of the cheaper heroes that are 2000 goals to begin with. Next, while you're progressing, I did mention, I lost my train of thought, you were acquiring gems. Once you get a level 25, you get 150 gems, and this is going to allow you to unlock the hero bundle. You can only unlock with gems for this cheap amount, 100 gems. I think only one of the hero bundles. I don't know if the price went up after. I'm not 100% sure. Now, which bundle you would want to go for, that really depends on which type of heroes you like to play. You want to play more tanks and bruiser in the front and hit with auto attacks and fight and bro people with. Maybe that's the bundle you want. You are a support player. It's very funny that they named this one specialist because there is no more specialist role in the game. They haven't updated that. Specialist role was a thing of the past which was included heroes that are very good at pushing lanes. Which we still have this type of heroes, but they're mostly called ranged assassins at the moment. And you have like your flex mega bundle, which is a little bit of everything, and you have your assassin bundle, which is ranged assassins. Now, I would personally, I think most people find the coolest to play assassins ranged. And generally the vibe of those heroes are probably the coolest. So I would try to reorient you to potentially unlock this bundle. But you can unlock any of those once you acquire the gems. So, back to my previous thought. Once you enter the game through the Gamepass, there might be some type of overstacking of what we're unlocking here. So you would get 30 heroes. I think those heroes are gonna be random. I don't think it's gonna be a bundle like that. Because those bundles are set up 20 heroes specifically. So you would get 30 heroes. Either somehow at random or somehow set up. And then, here comes the catch. If you unlock, if you try to earn the 150 gems, 100 gems actually now, to unlock one of these bundles, some of the heroes that you might want to unlock might already be unlocked from those initial 30. So there might be some overlapping that you might be losing value. So it might be smarter once you see the 30 initial that you have unlocked to see how much more many heroes you can get from a bundle that you're missing. That's also a tactic that you might want to invest into. Now, one thing you should be looking for is this green arrow that you see popping up on some of these heroes. Let's say we highlight Blaze here. Playing this hero will yield bonus experience. Because this hero is in high demand in the quick match queue matchmaking. So, potentially if you see this green arrow, and it's usually mostly, this shows up for either tank or healer heroes, you might wanna grab and snatch this type of games quick for these green arrows. Because you're gonna just increase your experience generation. And you would also find a match much quicker because the matchmaking is working for this type of hero. Another way you can increase your experience generation is by playing the game with teammates. I don't know where exactly it was shown. Friends you want to invite. Ah, there it is on the bottom. I'm blind. Available XP bonuses. You have a playing with a friend. 25% you get from that. Then you get from a party. If you're partying up together with that friend, another 25 for a total of 50. And then you get, if you have a full party of 5 players, you get up to a plus 50, total of 75. Now, the thing is that, not to be confused, you could still invite other people to play in a party from the games you've had, but they might not be your friend. So if you invite them to your friend list, up 25% extra. Then if you play ranked, which is game mode Storm League, this is the ranked game mode, you get another 25% extra. So this comes into play once you already have some extra heroes, you have some already progress levels, and then you can start generating a lot more experience. You can also get the boost bonus, which is this, which is something you should consider actually saving up gems as your second investment if you don't want to waste money. So your first gem investment is going to be for the first hero bundle, which is a cheap 100 gems. Your second investment should be a boost. Now, a 7-day boost could be worth it if you're a new player. But I think the best value for a boost is gonna be the 1000 gem 30-day. And 1 year is just like too much of a time investment. I don't know why would you wanna do that. But if you accumulate 400 gems, this should be your first investment in my opinion. Now, what does a boost do? The gold is 150, but the experience is 100. So you would be gaining double the experience 2 times faster on progressing your hero levels. On top of these extra you can earn 25, 25, 50. And there is also a first win of the day bonus experience and gold plus 50% for your first win of the day. It doesn't apply on Train on Custom, but if you play at least a minimum of 1 Heroes of the Storm game per day, it will allow you to get some good bonuses. Now, you get the 7-day boost, you start pumping some games in that week, you should be able to get some very good progression going. And hopefully, by the end of that week, you might be able to be ready to play a ranked. Now, there's some other modes you could be playing here as well. You have the Brawl mode, which is like fun little custom matches with different surprising elements to them. They're mostly for fun, but if you play a couple of those games, you also get a chest. They said bi-weekly, if I remember. You can also play a RAM. Fast game mode, packed with action. It's pretty good actually if you don't want to get swarmed by the quick match oppression, because the quick match is really a bit more draft based. So if you don't have the best heroes, even if you play good, you might get screwed because the enemy team ended up with some better heroes, especially if they got a healer. You might feel a little bit bad. A RAM though, you get to choose from 3 heroes and you can set up somewhat of a draft, which is, I feel like, in some ways a little bit better to grasp what the foundational concepts of how hero works together and potentially prepare you a little bit better for rank. But quick match does give you the bonus experience for filling roles. So either one is a good place to start leveling up your heroes. I wouldn't suggest you to play unranked at all, even though it has a great... It's actually the best thing you could potentially do before you go into ranked, to start learning how to draft in unranked, but this is not... People just don't queue in this mode anymore. Maybe if we get a lot more new players that wanna start going in this, Until then, I would advise you to stay away from it. And versus AI, actually, I mean, if you're another mobile player, I don't think you need to practice versus AI. It's a good way if you're a super new player. There are different AI difficulties. You have beginner, recruit, adept, veteran, elite. There are 5 difficulties. So this is definitely a good beginner-friendly scaling to learn the game. You could also play with friends versus AI. You could play with bots versus other bots. And you could also do training, which I don't even know what it is. Play a training match with helpful tips against the AI. I would say the best thing you would want to do is play with other people, co-op. So you could maybe brainstorm some things, maybe you get some advices, and etc, etc. So you have an understanding of how to level up your heroes. You have an understanding of the currencies. Gold. With gold you earn heroes, unlock them. With gems you buy boosts and bundles, and could potentially just instantly unlock heroes or other rare stuff by just paying. And the last thing, the last currency is shards. This is just to unlock cosmetic stuff in the skin tab, mount tab. There are different things called different shards on top of the gems. Like, it is much better to actually unlock this, for example, with shards than 500 gems. Like, 500 gems is way too much. Now, what else has been the game getting? Let me show you right here in the Heroes of the Storm news. We've been getting quite frequent updates the last year, actually. And I'm gonna showcase them all just like a quick rundown. But basically, we haven't been getting any major updates, including new heroes, new maps, reworks like that. I would say we've gotten minor small reworks, but big, complete hero changes. The last time we kinda got on Arthas. But I would say that's a minor rework though. But definitely, I wouldn't tell you to expect this type of updates anytime soon. And we haven't gotten this type of updates. But what we have been getting very frequently in the last year, and last years, but in the last couple of months very frequently, has been balance patches and bug fixes. Heroes have been getting balanced quite more satisfying. Weaker heroes have been getting buffed. Stronger heroes have been getting nerfed by the players' demands and reputation of the heroes. And as you can see here, we began last patch we got was 12th of March, 2 weeks ago, and we also get a PTR for the same match, the same patch a month previously, so players can test it on the public test realm. So it comes out as a PTR with the changes, we test it, and then they readjust the changes from those. Like, super well done by Blizzard. The previous one that happened, January 27, 2 months ago. So in the last 2 months, we've gotten 2 patches. Other probably mobile games are not getting patches that often, man. The PTR for that one came January 6. Before that, live patch December 9. 1 month before that. For the PTR came in November. Previous patch October. For the PTR went in September. Previous patch August 12th. For the PTR came July. Before that, May. Before that, February. Now that is a little bit of the bigger gap. We had a lot bigger gaps until the start of 2024. But Blizzard has been picking up the pace, as you can see. Just in the last year, how many live patches we have gotten? 1, February, May 2, August 3, October 4, December 5. That's only 2024. And we've gotten 2 more patches in 2025 already. 7 patches in the last year and something. So Blizzard has been picking up the pace of fleshing out the wings. I don't know if that's the word, but you know, ironing out the wings in the game. Bugs, gameplay of certain heroes and how they feel. And maybe, hopefully, besides on the Xbox Game Pass, maybe we can get it on Steam as well. That is my personal hope. So we can get an even bigger influx of players. Because this game is just awesome, guys. I've played League of Legends for 3 years, from Season 1 to Season 3. And I loved it, but League of Legends has been feeling bad to me in the last more modern times of its game. I've tried to come back into it for several years now in different seasons, but the game just feels way too flashy, man. Every hero has a dash and a flash. The early game farming feels a bit longer. Last hitting is annoying, which makes Heroes of the Storm so much better. You're playing on one map all the time. Here, in Heroes of the Storm, how many maps we have? Let me show you. 13 maps you can play on. And we have different rank map rotations. Some maps are are put to sleep, while some maps are let to shine. Some heroes, and this makes it so the meta of the heroes shift differently on the maps as well, which is the most exciting part of the game. It's not like League of Legends, one map, this is the meta, these are the best heroes in this map at the moment until the next patch. No, here we have the balance patch. Some heroes are getting better, but wait, some of these heroes are not very good on some maps, while other heroes are good on other maps. This is the best thing about Heroes of the Storm. The map variety and how many ways with how many heroes you can play the game. So I do encourage you guys to come in, check the game, and potentially if you wanna get some advices or you want to check me playing the game or give you some tips, come check out my stream, Righteous Nikki. We play Heroes of the Storm pretty much every day for 6 hours a day during the afternoon from 3 to 9 p.m. Eastern European time. I'm sorry that this was a little bit longer video, but I just wanted to catch you up of what Heroes of the Storm is about generally for a new player, what you're gonna be expecting, what you're gonna see, and just potentially motivate you to go in and enjoy the MOBA that is the most fun as well. So that's gonna be everything from me, boys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay righteous.